Hello, my name is Ben Leibovich. I bring this video to you as part of my financial literacy and real estate investment blog, JustAskBenWhy.com, where we teach you how to plan for and to take action to achieve financial freedom. My mission? To help you learn how you can use real estate to achieve financial goals. Today, I'd like to talk to you about yet another huge advantage of real estate as an investment: leverage. Well, first of all, very quickly, what is leverage and what does it allow us to do? You have $10,000. What can you do with it? What can you buy with it? Well, you can buy $10,000 worth of stock. You can use your $10,000 to buy $10,000 worth of stocks. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's great. It works. You can also use your $10,000 to buy $10,000 worth of gold. If you prefer to do that, you can do that. You can also use your $10,000 to buy a $10,000 annuity, which would throw off some revenue for you. So a different kind of investment, but you can do that. But guys, $10,000, you can buy a $100,000 property, which is going to bring in $1,200 a month or whatever it may. And you can even buy more than $100,000 worth of property with $10,000. Why? Leverage. We can take a little bit of our money and convert it into a lot of asset. Okay? Now, I don't need to be up here for those of you with excellent credit, excellent employment, excellent ability to just write a check for $25,000, take it to the bank, take a mortgage out for $75 grand, and buy this property. Now, I may still need to teach you what makes a good real estate investment, why you should buy this property versus that property. You should probably learn that before you write the check. But if you have the capacity to write a check for $25,000, anybody can do it. Go to the bank. You can get a 3.875 loan right now. It's fabulous. Why I'm here is for those of you who find yourself in a similar situation where I was 6 or 7 years ago, where I was willing to really, really work hard to learn the business of real estate investing. However, my job, my career, my field just simply didn't support a high enough paying salary so that I could save enough money to have that $25,000 to put down. So I had to learn how to be creative. And the way we get creative is leverage. Okay? Now, having said that, you have to know what you are doing when you use leverage. Leverage is a sword that cuts both ways. You can use it to your extreme advantage, or you can use it to your devastation. Case in point, real estate bubble 2007-2008 bursted. A lot of people found themselves in a situation where they're paying on a mortgage of $200,000 while their property is only worth $150,000. How good do you think that feels? How did that happen? People mortgaged 100, 105, in some cases 110% of the value of the property they were buying. Why did this happen? Well, because the values were going up so quickly. You wait for a year or two and that 110% leverage becomes, 90%. No big deal. Except that stopped doing that. Properties stopped going up. We should have known that, shouldn't have we? We should have. Some of us did. So you have to be very careful. There are rules that are written in stone of things we do and things we don't do when it comes to leverage. However, once you educate yourself, you're able to take a little bit of money and acquire a lot of asset base using real estate. Now, why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you just want to buy $10,000 worth of stock or a $10,000 annuity? Well, I'll give you two reasons. Let's deal with stock first. Let's say you have two items. You have $10,000 worth of stock over here and you have a $100,000 house. Let's say both of them appreciate evenly by 10% over a period of time. $10,000 worth of stock appreciating at 10% gives you a $1,000 return on your equity, right? $1,000. That's 10% of $10,000. A house appreciating at 10%, starting value $100,000, gives you $10,000 worth of value, worth of return as far as your equity. Would you prefer 10,000? Would you prefer 1,000? Now, again, right now, we're in a deflationary cycle. You got to know how to buy them right. This is what I teach people. Anybody can go call a real estate agent and say, show me a property and, pay for it. How do you know what to pay for it? Just ask Ben why. But fundamentally, wouldn't you rather have a $100,000 base that appreciates by 10% as opposed to a $10,000 base that appreciates by 10%? That's stocks. Annuity. Fine, you can buy an annuity at $10,000. Let's say it throws off 5%. Okay, so you just made, $500 a year on your annuity. Great. If you have a lot and a lot and a lot of money to invest into these annuities, you can eventually come to a significant enough passive cash flow number that makes a difference in your life. However, I promise you, you will get there faster buying real estate. Because if you use $10,000 to buy a $100,000 property and you finance the rest of it, you will still end up with about $300 or $400 a month of cash flow, which is about, let's call it, between $3,000 and $5,000 a year of cash flow. What makes this possible? First of all, what's better, $500 here or between $3,000 and $5,000 here? Of course, this is better, right? Leverage is what makes this possible. Leverage is us being able to take a little bit of money, whatever little bit of money that we have, and leverage it into a lot of asset and hopefully a lot of cash flow as well. My name is Ben Leibovich. I bring this video to you as part of my financial literacy and real estate investment blog, JustAskBenWhy.com. You can visit my website by going to www.JustAskBenWhy.com. You can also link up with me on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at /JustAskBen. I hope this was educational and entertaining. I thank you for listening. I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.